So the cost of living is going to be higher in Florida.
All right, what are we looking at?
So my rent is going up from $2,000 a month to $2,800 a month.
Okay.
Because I have to have a 3-bedroom because Robert and Madison need their own bedrooms. And of course, I have to pay for flood insurance and other things like that.
Okay. All right. And you mentioned food.
Yeah. So the kids eat organic.
She isn't looking for comfort. She just wants her children to live safely. Her rent jumped from $2,000 to $2,800, forcing her to search for a safer home with separate rooms for her son and daughter. But higher rent, insurance, and rising prices bring pressure. Now the father wants to pay less. Things are about to explode.
And they're vegan. And so my grocery bill for them is already close to $800 a month.
Okay.
So his opinion that $880 is too much for the kids is wrong. It is a wrong opinion because your children deserve the nutrition they need to grow up big and healthy and strong so they can be college athletes like you want them to.
Okay, so Miss Adams, you said that your rent is going up $800.
Yeah.
You have to pay flood insurance. The children's diet, they eat organic food and they're vegan. Okay, so
he says $880 each month is too much, but her grocery bill alone is nearly $800 because she buys healthy vegan food to support her children's growth. She's raising disciplined, active kids with long-term goals. The judge now demands clear answers. The truth is unfolding, and he may not like what comes next.
Are you using the child support for flood insurance and rent too, or are you using it to feed the kids? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what it is that you're saying in regards to his request to get a reduction.
Yes, Your Honor. So the thing is that if I was living in a 1-bedroom because I was by myself, my rent would be a lot lower.
All right.
But I have to get a 3-bedroom because I have a boy and a girl, and I don't want them sleeping in the same bedroom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I have to get a 3-bedroom, and so it's not just that, it's my electric bill, it's cell phones, because our 5-year-old has a cell phone, so now I have to make sure that
He wants lower payments, but she proves she only spends on essentials. A 3-bedroom home is necessary because her kids are a boy and a girl. Rent, electricity, phone bills, everything has a purpose. Even their 5-year-old has a phone for safety. Now the judge questions whether child support is truly for the kids or just rent.
phone line so you can talk to her dad so he can see her 4 times a week on FaceTime.
So about that, he said that he sees the children now 4 times a week, and you're saying that's not true, except for like a FaceTime video or something like that.
He sees the kids on an inconsistent basis.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay. So when you say inconsistent, right now, do you all operate under a standard order where it's like first, third, and fifth?
He has every weekend, and I have during the week.
Okay, so every weekend he has.
Right.
Okay. During that every weekend, it's inconsistent, is what you're saying?
He claims he sees the kids 4 times a week, but she says it's mostly FaceTime and empty promises. The judge wants real answers. Is he truly a present father or just trying to sound responsible in court? Conflicting stories are piling up, and now custody and child support are both at risk.
I mean, it's just all over the place. He just comes and goes and sees the kids whenever is convenient to him, or maybe his girlfriend like turns him down for a date or whatever.
Okay, so that was petty.
What girlfriend you talking about?
We didn't have to go there. We didn't have to go there. So is that what the issue is? Like, you're still mad at him about that story that he told?
Well, okay, so he put in a bid for an upgrade, or the upgrade put in a bid for him or whatever, and now I have to explain to our son why our family fell apart.
Oh, so it's some hurt feelings there. Okay, I understand.
She finally speaks honestly. He appears only when life is easy or when his girlfriend cancels plans. Behind her frustration is real heartbreak. Their son keeps asking why the family broke apart. The judge must look past the anger and focus on the children's future. Their needs come before every emotional argument.
So, have you already moved to Florida, or is this something that you're intending on doing pretty soon?
Well, I took the job offer and I've already found an
So the
apartment.
answer is yes. You pretty much already.
Everything but the U-Haul, Your Honor.
Okay. So in your court order, do you have a geographic restriction because dad lives here?
Yes, but he moved just outside of Ellis County, so he's just outside of the geographic restriction, so it's technically lifted, Your Honor.
Okay. And technically is what you said, but is that what your court order says?
She accepted the job, found a home, and prepared to relocate to Florida. But there's one problem: the court order. She claims it no longer applies because he moved 1 mile away from the county. Now that the judge has the paperwork, one wrong statement could ruin her entire plan.
Well, the court order says Dallas and contiguous counties, and he moved like a mile on the other side of the Ellis County line.
Okay, and I do have a copy of your court order here, and it doesn't mention that it's automatically lifted.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking it was the one that.
O is right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
O
Thank
is
you.
right. What?
I'm sorry.
O is right, because you can't just leave. You can't just do that. You actually have to ask permission to modify this order like he did.
Well, can I modify the order to move to Florida?
He moved 1 mile beyond Ellis County, and she believed that gave her the right to move too. But the written order tells a different story. The judge reads every detail carefully, and her plan might be a direct violation. A major ruling is coming, and it could change everything.
Did you file anything for today?
I mean,
It's a yes or no.
No.
Okay. So you're moving without asking the court, can you move? And dad is still living here.
Well, I guess I just didn't understand the way the order was written, because I had heard that if he moved outside of where it said, then I could move out.
Who did you hear that from? Did you Google? You did one of those Google searches? One of the Google lawyers told you that?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
She never filed anything in court. Not one document. She simply trusted something she read online and prepared to leave. The judge makes it clear Google is not the law. Her misunderstanding may cost her custody, support, and stability. This time, the rules will decide her next move.
Because they told you wrong, and that's the problem with Googling everything. You should have actually consulted with an attorney who would have interpreted this order properly to you. You can't just move. So let me tell you what we're going to do, because I think this is the fair thing to do. Regardless to whether you say his visits are inconsistent, he say they're consistent, the reality of it is when you move to Florida, he can no longer have access to those kids. So even if he were coming this day, this day, this day, and did every weekend, he won't be able to do that anymore now that you are going to move to Florida.
She is allowed to move to Florida. But now the judge raises a serious question: if the father cannot see his children anymore, why should he continue paying child support? The court is firm: access matters. She may lose more than the monthly payments. A major decision is about to drop.
So what I'm not going to touch is your custody arrangement. Not going to touch that at all. This is a child support court. That has nothing to do with us, okay? So I'm not going to touch it at all. You are free to move to Florida. However, he's coming off child support. So then he can use the money, the $880 or so that he would give you for child support. He can use that to travel to actually see the kids.
But what if he doesn't, Your Honor?
Well, if he doesn't, then after some time of him not doing it consistently, and when I say consistently and consecutively, it needs to at least be about 6 months or something like that, right?
The judge delivers the final blow. She can move, but all child support stops immediately. The father may use that money to visit, but the court won't assume anything. He has 6 months to stay involved. If he doesn't, she can return. For now, she must live with zero support.
Then you can come back and let me know, Judge, he's not exercising regularly. I need some support for these two kids, right? But absent anything like that, I believe that's in the best interest of the children. And quite frankly, that's fair. You're moving without permission, right?
Yeah.
Which is a violation of your court order. So it's only fair that he stops paying child support. So beyond a reduction, he's coming off child support today. Now you will have to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, so that, what is it, 362?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll still continue to pay the health insurance, but there will be no child support paid from him to you. Hopefully you guys can come to an agreement.
It's official. He's off child support.
It's official. The father is free from payments unless he disappears for 6 months straight. She is shocked, but the judge says this is fair because she violated the order first. Now everything depends on whether the father truly stays in the children's lives or if the move damages their bond forever.
Hey, Your Honor, once we leave, I plan on giving her a call so we could try to talk about things and kind of get on a good level with each other.
Yeah, I think that can work. And who knows, your job may transfer up here and you may end up being back in Dallas anyway. Now, if that happens, you all would need to come back because then we need to look at something different about what child support is going to be. But until then, you know, enjoy Florida. All right. Is there anything further?
No?
Thank you, Your Honor, for everything. You really made a big change in my life, and I'm glad we came to your court today.
All right. Well, you're very welcome. And if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The case ends with a handshake and a promise to communicate better for the children. The judge sees a little hope, maybe even a chance they could co-parent peacefully or someday return to Dallas. This courtroom changed their direction. If this touched you, like, comment, and subscribe. Children always deserve two committed parents.